shot. Never talk out of your shot.
I keep remembering.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just going to remind you about the Don Blake School of Announcing. I mean, I know you're so keen.
Hysterical, Don. We'll... Oh, I know, terrible. What happens now? Oh, Glenys Gittos, is that right?
That's right.
Glenys Gittos is our new challenger. Glenys, tell us the Glenys Gittos story.
Yes, I'm 28 and married, an unemployed school teacher, and my husband and I are back in Australia after having lived in Canada for the last 4 years.
What a nice story and so beautifully told. Have you been along to the Don Blake School of Announcing?
Just about to start.
Were you born here or in England?
Born here.
Oh, really? Is it just a touch? I thought of an English accent there.
Oh.
Not like Dave Gray, not dead common English, but... Oh, it's a pleasure to have you with us, Glenys. An out-of-work school, that means you want to be in work.
Oh, yes, I'd like to be.
What do you teach?
Primary school.
Primary school. Well, now, if you're watching, here's a teacher. All right, A or B?
B, thanks.
B. Round one, everybody plays. Every match is worth a point. Stuart said to Dave, oh...
We're not speaking.
Why?
Hadn't you heard?
Oh, really? Again? I told you Dave won't be in it. Stuart said to Dave, Dave, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I'm fixing you a date with a cover girl. And the bad news is she was on the cover of Blank. Good news and bad news. Stuart said to Dave, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I'm fixing you a date with a cover girl. And the bad news is she was on the cover of Blank. Yeah.
Oh, the better one. Oh, good.
Look, Wendy and I are having a little chat because Wendy drew a blank. I'm allowed to do that. Dawn's in, Wendy's in, and I'm in. Stuart said to Dave, Dave, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I'm fixing you a date with a cover girl. The bad news is she was on the cover of...
Playboy?
Playboy. No, because that would be good news again, you see. Glenys, no one will have Playboy. Barry hasn't.
No.
Did you say Playboy or Playgirl?
Well, I didn't think Playgirl was out here. Is Playgirl out here? No?
Yes, it is, actually. I'm told.
But I
But
said
Playboy, you said. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That'd be bad news if she was on Playgirl.
Well, yes.
I thought it'd be bad news if she was on Popular Mechanics.
Popular Mechanics. I think we all perhaps thought along those lines.
It took me a long while to think of this, but I think it's rather funny. A 1925 magazine.
Yes, because that would make her...
52.
Oh, Stuart, do you remember when you were 52, darling?
That's the year I was born. That is the year I was born.
It's true. Stuart was born in 52. 1852.
I actually thought the war cry.
War cry's a funny answer. Wheels is funny. Stuart.
Animal World.
Oh, that's funny as still. And, Tom, what did you have?
Oh, can I say hello to my grandson?
Of course.
And you want to see a picture of my pride and joy?
Yes. Oh, here's a picture of... Oh, isn't that... This is a picture of Tommy's pride and joy. We'd need a very big shot. Which one can I show it to you on? This is a picture of Tommy's pride and joy. Isn't that good? A bouncing... But what did you have, Tom?
Oh!
Popular Mechanics. See, Playboy wasn't good because she'd be delicious if she was on the cover of Playboy. Here we go. Confucius say, oh, very good. Confucius say, man who talked to Blank should have head examined. All my Oriental people are Japanese for some unknown reason.
They'll get you.
Yes, they have arrived. Have you never been to the boulevard?
No.
Oh, millions of lovely Japanese people. But Confucius wasn't. Confucius was Chinese, and he said, oh, man who talked to Blank should have head examined. Dawn, you are so quick. Dawn is marvellous. She plays the whole game. She matches all the time, and she plays with great alacrity. And sometimes Farmer Bob. Barry's in. Oh, here we go again. It's all right.
Man who talked to...
What was it like working with Martin Bourne?
Wonderful.
He's a good actor, isn't he?
He's terrific.
You were
He's like
lovely.
my sort of foster father, actually.
Is he really?
And Roz is like my foster mother.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. But you're not writing anything down. Would you like me to give you the question again?
Yeah, just quickly.
Confucius said, man who talked to blank should have his head examined. Why not? Why not? I don't think anyone will have it. Confucius say, man who talked to blank should have head examined.
Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist, the definitive answer. Barry, psychiatrist.
Right. Man who talked to chop suey should have his head examined.
Well, yes, if I stumbled upon someone talking to their dinner, I would definitely want to have his head examined.
You said I play this game with
Alacrity.
alacrity. Man who talked to wall.
Man who talked to a wall. Wall. Man who talked to a wall should be put away.
Confucius say, no such thing as rape.
It's okay.
Because lady with skirt overhead can run faster than man with trousers down.
Confucius said that. No, that's fine. He also said, man who fly...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
No, I beg your pardon.
I just realised I can't do mine.
Oh, I possibly haven't done mine.
Brick wall.
They let it through last time.
Brick wall. What a nice masculine name. Man who talked to the TV should have his head examined. Stuart
Man who talked to mirror.
should have his head
Yes,
examined.
that could be a newspaper or the glass.
It could, couldn't
Yes.
it? Tommy, your pride and joy? Psychiatrist was the answer.
I couldn't spell that.
Psychiatrist is a match. Thanks, Tom. Back in a moment to play Blankety Blanks. But first, these messages from your local chemist.
B, thank you.
B, and it's round 2. I'm not sure whether everybody plays. Everybody plays. Peter the Phantom Puller. He'll get a big head, you know, if we... No, see, no. You see, now that was truly not my fault. If we keep talking about Peter the Phantom Puller and he's in questions and things, he'll get a he'll have his own series next year. And we'll be saying, give Peter the Phantom Puller a big hand. I don't think. No. Anyway, here's the question. Peter the Phantom Puller went to Luna Park with Merle from Makeup. And just his luck, in the middle of the tunnel of love, she blanked him. I don't understand some of the questions. Peter the Phantom Puller, you know, Barry, he's the little fellow in there that keeps on doing that, went to Luna Park with Merle from Makeup, who is not here anymore. She left. And just his luck, in the middle of the tunnel of love, she blanked him.
Whatever you say, it's going to be filthy, isn't it?
Well, no.
No.
Of course it doesn't have to. Of course not. Merle from Makeup. There's a definite clue there, you know. Merle from Makeup. Boing, ba-doing, boing. Boing, ba-doing, boing. Barry, you in?
Yes.
Well, that's better. Peter the Phantom Puller went to Luna Park with Merle from Makeup, and just his luck, in the middle of the tunnel of love, she blanked him.
Kissed.
Kissed him in the tunnel of love. I thought it would have been something else. Barry? She was,
Well,
the makeup lady.
Yes, I should have gone along there. I didn't.
But still, it would be lucky for him to get kissed, I suppose.
Well, I thought it might be a change for him. No, she made him.
Made him. Just left out up. Dawn.
I put the up in.
Made him up. Merle from Makeup. Made him up. On the... Wendy.
Push as in pull. I thought push.
No, sensible answer, because instead of a good pull, she gave him a good push.
Yeah.
Stuart.
She made up to him.
She made up to him. See, the clue was Merle from Makeup. Tommy. She, Max factored him. That wasn't for you. Come up, John. Glenys, I'm sorry you didn't get any money, but from the Toshiba people, we have a lovely gift. Thank you for playing Blankety Blanks. All say good night to Glenys. All say good night. Good night, Glenys. Send us a postcard when you get there. Just around the corner, I don't know why I say that. Back in a moment here with money bags to play Super Match very shortly.
Blankety Blanks, you'll learn how Graham Kennedy has given up playing water polo and how we've got to go over to his house this weekend and get the dead horses off the bottom of the pool.
Oh, John. Everyone, happy birthday to you. That joke is 37 years old today.
Got to laugh.
I beg your pardon?
Got to laugh.
You've got to laugh, Don. Don't get
Sorry.
smart. We polled a recent studio audience. You know this as well as I did, but I have to say it each time. It's part of the game. We polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent... This is for people who have just arrived in the country and they've never seen the show before, and they think, what is this show all about? And isn't he nice, the man who compares it? But each time we have to say this so that they'll know what's happening. We polled... I won't do it to you. We polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent response to this. Oh, blank biscuit. Now, if you come up with the answer they came up with most often, you get $100. If you match their second most frequent response, you get $50, third, $25. Any three of our celebrities would love to help you.
I'll start with Stuart first.
Stuart.
Chocolate biscuit.
Chocolate biscuit from Stuart Wagstaff, king of the teddy bears.
Barry.
Barry Creighton.
Dog biscuit.
Dog biscuit, woof woof.
And Dawn.
Dawn Lake.
Sayo biscuit.
Sayo biscuit. So we've got, do you know what Sayo, how Sayo biscuits got their name? And I was told not to say this once on television. The client nearly died when I did tell it, but it's all right to tell it now. They were owned by or had a connection with the Salvation Army organisation, hence the word Sayo. Just a little bit of trivia. Dog biscuit, Sayo biscuit and chocolate biscuit. What do you like?
Dog biscuit.
Dog biscuit, you think will be the $100 response? Oh, I don't know whether it will be. We'll find out, though. As usual, we'll start from the bottom and see what's under the $25 response. Thanks, Peter. Arnott's. Oh, I didn't know you're allowed to have... How much will they give us for that? No, Bernard King knows what he's... Arnott's biscuits, ladies and gentlemen. You can trust quality. $150 there. I'm not joking. What's under the $50 response, Pete? Sayo biscuit. It's going to be brand names. So what could this be? Let's see if we can find... What did you say?
Dog.
Dog biscuit. Will dog biscuit be up there? Give it a good pull this time, Pete. It is! Dog biscuit.
Yeah, I thought it would have been chocolate biscuit.
He's already got $1,500. You've won another $100 now, and you play for 10 times that amount, $1,000. You'll be able to take her to Fiji and back again twice. Or somebody else. Now you have to match one of our celebrities precisely to get the $1,000, and I don't know who you want. I suppose it'll be Stuart Waggs.
It'll be Stuart, yes.
Yes. No, well, see, it's worked up to now. Stuart and John have had something going for them. Well, we noticed after the show they... No. Here it is. Stewed blank. S-T-E-W-E-D. Stewed blank. Stuart again has written the very first thing that came into his mind, and Stuart's an Englishman. Not that that's a clue. Not stewed pom. No, and of course that wasn't an answer. That was just a little joke because John now is getting confident and driving us all insane. Stewed...
Prunes.
Stewed prunes. And I don't know, but if I was an Englishman, if I was Stuart Wagstaff and had Stuart's problem, I would write stewed prunes.
I was going to write stewed Wagstaff.
Stewed Wagstaff.
Yeah. And I wrote stewed prune.
Stewed prunes. Oh, dear. Hop on there, John. You've got, what, 2,500? Isn't that amazing? And here is Helen Grover. Hello, Helen. Stewart prunes. But Stewart really does, on doctor's advice, does have a little stewed prune from now and then. He's all right, but you just can't point him at anybody. Helen, tell us the Helen Grover story. We're all interested. We really are.
Might take all night.
Oh, just tell us the significant bits.
Well, I work for Breville's Electrical Appliances as head consultant, sales rep and promotions, things like that.
Yes. Does that mean one could get a discount on a fridge?
Oh, we don't have fridges.
Oh, what kind of electrical? Oh, little ones.
Like toasters, sandwich toasters and hair dryers and things like
Oh,
that.
no, you can shove that.
Oh, you needed one.
And married with 4 children?
No, mate, no.
Not married?
No
And
way.
no children?
No.
Just Breville's is your entire life. All those little electrical appliances popping up and down. I know what it's like. Oh, really? We've just heard the Helen Grover story. We've just... Oh, we can't play a game with you. Helen, will you come back tomorrow night?
Oh, love to.
You won't be able to stop John because he's got all that money. Good night, Barry.
Good night, Graham.
Good night, Wendy, my darling. Oh. Good night, Dawn, darling.
Good night, Graham.
Good night, Stuart.
Good night, Graham.
I know you said good night, prune face.
I didn't know you were using a mirror.
Vile and hateful and very hurtful.
Little girl wrote to me and said, I've got to tell you to shut up because you're picking on me.
Stuart, I've never
I
picked on
don't
you.
think you're picking on me.
Ever
but
in my
if
life.
it'll make her happy, shut up.
Tommy, oh, Tom's nodded off. Tom, thank you for playing Blankety Blank. Come and play with us again.
Okay.
Love to have you. And good night, Dave Gray.
Oh, listen, I've got to tell you before I go.
Well, it'll have to be quick.
You're always saying that, but listen, I've got to...
I'm not always saying that. Oh, you are terrible.
No, I was going to say... the lovely story about the...
That's okay, I'm sorry. Yes, so I've never done that before. In 26 years in broadcasting, I've never... I'm sorry, Dave.
No, I was just going to tell you about the couple that were staying at the motel, you know, and they were staying on about the 3rd floor, and the noise was terrible. And she said to her husband, she said, would you go and see what the noise is? I cannot get to sleep. So he got out of bed in his little short nightshirt,
Yes.
and he walked down the stairs, see, because the lift was out of order. He walked down the stairs,
Yeah.
and he walked in the ballroom, and they were holding a fireman's ball. And I don't want any funny remarks about that. So anyway, so he walked right through, and he came upstairs, and he said, it's all right, darling, it'll be over in half an hour. They're holding a fireman's ball downstairs, and that's what all the noise is about. So she said, you didn't walk through in just your little shirt, did you? He said, yeah, and she started crying. He said, what are you crying for? She said, well, in the morning when we're having breakfast, everybody will point at us and say, there's that horrible man that walked through the ballroom with just his shirt on. He said, they won't recognise me, I had it over my head.
Good night from Blankety Blank.
Stuart Wagstaff.